Hi, I'm Hund the Hound, Vice Chairman of World Wild Fur Camp. Over the past 2 years, we had this great experiment in the furry fandom down in Hamilton, Ohio called World Wild Fur Camp. It's not your typical convention, it's not a convention at all. It's a camp, and it's a place for you to meet your new friends and family. It's a place of acceptance, and most important, it's a lot cheaper than a convention. So I'd like you to hear some of the testimonials from some of the other people that went, and hopefully you decide to join in. Thank you guys.
So my name's Angela Fox from the Guild Archway, and I was introduced to camp by Hund from a different furry meet, and I was pretty interested in it because it seemed just from the base of it that it was a pretty interesting, very different kind of experience for furries. And then I ended up deciding to sign up for it, and everything that went on was so much fun. And I can't think of like one specific experience, but every single experience that I had at camp was so much, I enjoyed it so much. I got to sing for everybody, and I made some new friends, which I still talk to pretty much every day. So. And I know that for anybody that goes to camp, that they would probably have the same result. So I would recommend World Wild Fur Camp to anybody.
But last year, I did a review as an attendee for the camp, and my rating was a 4 out of 5 stars. And this year, I definitely give it a 5 out of 5. A lot of things were improved upon that were problems last year, one of them being smelly campers. So yeah, smelly campers this year. That was great. Everybody liked the activities this year. Everything was more organized thanks to my mom. Some of you might know her as Bat Mom or Edelweiss. I mean, things were a little bit different for me for camp this year. Because last year I was an attendee, and this year I was a guild master. Yay! There was an archery thing that happened where somebody, actually Ace, she shot a GoPro right through with an arrow. It's pretty funny and cool if you go and see that. Everybody had fun with Slender Fox this year. That was a little bit different than last year. But a lot of people had fun with that, which is really, really, really nice to see that so many people had fun going out and finding Slender Fox and trying to take pictures. Last year, I stayed mostly to my guild, so I didn't meet a whole lot of new people, but this year I stuck around with one fur in particular, and I got to, I probably met everybody at camp actually this year, and talk to them and have fun with them, and it didn't stay so close-knit because I attached myself to this one person and they just went whew, and got to talk to everybody, and it was so much more fun, I think, this year for me, only because of being part of the staff, because I was more involved with camp this year, and that I really liked that. But that was my take on camp, and I hope that you guys come and visit us in the future, and that you guys have a really, really fun time, and you guys get to be part of our family, because we really, really love doing this stuff for you guys, and we hope that we see you next year.
Hi, my name is Ace the Cat of Guild Archway at WWFC. This was my second year going to camp, and it was so fun. It was amazing, better than the first time actually. I got to shoot archery there. I brought my own equipment, and I even got to shoot one of my guild friends' GoPros, and it was really fun, and the whole thing just basically shattered. I got to make a lot of good friends, and so close to them that I would call them my family. I still talk to them to this day. I just can't wait to go back and see everybody at camp again next year.
Overall, I had a real great time. I got to do a few things that I thought I would never be able to do. My guild was pretty great. We had a lot of fun together, and we ended up pulling out a second place, even though our guild had the least amount of members there. The best moment I had there at camp was more than likely dancing and cutting loose at the rave. That is an event I have never done before, and it was very fun. How the camp changed my life in the fandom? Well, I got to meet Hund the Hound in person. Pretty cool fur. Taught me some things about video making and editing. Got to interact with a lot of great furs. Overall, socially, I think it opened up multiple doors and opportunities for me to expand myself within the fandom.
Hello, my name is Monster, and I'm from Guild Archway. This was my first year attending WWFC, and let me just tell you, it was an amazing experience. When I first came to WWFC, I was a little nervous. I didn't know what to expect at first. Obviously, this is really new. I never done a furry camp before. But everybody was super friendly and I enjoyed, like, it was just a blast. We did fun activities like archery and zip lining and rope course, and everybody just had a really good time. And it doesn't matter how old you are or where you come from, we're all family and are very accepting to one another. And I recommend to anybody who would want to come tag along and have fun. But yeah.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate hearing those stories and knowing that I helped make some of them happen. For myself, camp was very interesting. It was very eye-opening. I was so happy to see all these new faces that were enjoying something they had never experienced before. They showed me that there's still faith in the furry fandom, that there's still a chance for us to be the tight-knit community that we always were supposed to be. And now a message from our founder, Al Cabone, on some of the things he thought about this year's camp and why he started World Wild Fur Camp in the first place. Thank you.
Since the beginning, WWFC was designed around the idea of putting people in an environment that was different from the typical convention, where they could challenge and conquer their fears, their depression, anxiety, and it works. Myself, I'd struggled with being able to trust people. And the first year I was challenging because I haven't learned to do that. And I thought I had to do everything, and I about ran myself into the ground. But this year, I have such a wonderful staff that took my idea and ran with it. And it's them, not me, but them that makes WWFC what it is today and what it will shape up to be in the future. And I learned to let go. I learned to trust these wonderful individuals that enjoy the camp, and they've even created their own games and stuff that's become permanent as I see that right now, as of now, permanent events, and seeing people build new friendships and relationships and making their guild their family, their home. It's like watching a fairy tale come to life. And many a times I wanted to cry watching different people talk with each other and engage in the events, helping each other out when one person may be a little too scared to do something. People were encouraging those individuals and helping them through and helping them conquer the fear and anxiety that may have plagued them for a long time. One event in particular was the rope gauntlet, and let me tell you, this thing is a beast. It's over 50 feet high in the air, and once you get up there, it can be intense, but there's people on the ground cheering you on, shouting your name, go, go, you can do it. And when you complete it, and people run up and hug you and stuff, your friends, your new friends, and it's moments that you will never forget.